The irony is that Muslims are constantly doing what the Quran constantly accuses Jews and Christians of doing.
No, they're not. Muslims believe in Allah. Muslims believe in Allah's messengers. Muslims worship Allah. Muslims are not polytheists. So, no, Muslims don't do what Jews and Christians are doing. Yes, especially Christians. We only worship one God.
You know, the Quran never actually says that the Torah and the Gospel were textually corrupted.
Chapter 6, verse 91. You make Torah into pages revealing some, concealing much. What is the definition of corruption, textual corruption again? Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2 verse 79. So woe to those who write the scriptures with their own hands and then say this is from Allah. Why is he woeing them if they're not corrupting the scripture?
He never points to the scriptures as being the problem. He points to the Jews and the Christians as being the ones who are distorting the words written in their books.
You just said he doesn't talk about the revelation that was given to Moses and Jesus. He's talking about the Jews. So Moses and Jesus is corrupting the books that was given to them, or is the Jews and the Christians?
You know, because actually the Quran is constantly saying that the Jews and the Christians, they will do things right once they live by the Torah and the Gospel. They judge by the Torah and the Gospel. They obey the Torah and the Gospel. So the Quran is always pointing to the texts as being correct.
Surah Al-Ma'idah chapter 5 verse 13. They distort words from their proper places and have forgotten portions of what they were reminded of. Where did you get that their books as in its entirety is still correct? Where did you get that from?
But the people are the ones not actually understanding the text.
Chapter 2 verse 85. Then do you believe in part of the scripture and disbelieve in part? So they do understand the scripture. They're just rejecting parts of it. The parts that they're rejecting, Prophet Muhammad is correcting that part.
Not to mention that Muhammad constantly says that he came to confirm the previous scriptures, not deny them or correct them.
Chapter 5 verse 15. Making clear to you much of what you used to conceal of the scripture. Chapter 5 verse 48. And we have revealed to you the book in truth, confirming what came before it, and as guardian and criterion over it. The one who is the guardian and the criterion is revealing and exposing the lies or the concealment or the distortion that they have done in their books. How do you function?
And he says that he was prophesied in those same scriptures. So the Quran accuses Jews and Christians of saying things that were not actually in their texts. Meanwhile, we have Muslims nowadays who are constantly saying that the Quran says the Bible is corrupted. The Quran says the Torah and the Gospel were corrupted by people. We cannot trust them. The Quran says this. Actually, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. There's almost 16 plus verses in the Quran that attacks this very point. The scriptures that you guys hold in your hands today is not the one that was revealed to the prophets. You don't even have Injil. Injil was the revelation. The books that you have are from people about Jesus. That is not revelation. And the Torah you guys hold in your hand is written by Ezra. After the Babylonian exile, you don't have the Torah. So pick up the history book, do some researching so you can understand the truth.
So you are the ones who are also misinterpreting the Quran and saying things that the text does not say.
No, Lily. We know what we're talking about. The text explicitly says that the books that you guys hold is corrupted. They distort words from their proper places. They've forgotten portions of the scriptures. So when it says they've forgotten portions of the scriptures, I wonder which books that you guys hold today is based off of people's memories. So Luke from chapter 1 to 4, he literally says he is writing based off of who were the eyewitnesses. This book is being written 50 plus years after Jesus' departures. I want you to tell me, do you remember everything that happened 10 years ago, down to every single minute detail for it to be considered revelation?
Think, monkey, think.
So what the Quran accuses Jews and Christians of doing, that's what you are doing. Because if you were to actually follow the Quran, then you would see that it says that I should be living by the gospel. I should be living by the Torah.
Wrong. You should be living by the revelation.
I should be obeying them. And if they were corrupted by Muhammad's time, then why was Allah telling them to live by, to follow, and to judge by corrupted books?
So the problem here happens to be, Lily, is you just don't have the intelligence to understand what the verse is telling you. The verse is telling you to judge by revelation. You don't have that revelation. You can take that verse as a rhetorical thing. Why do you think the people of the Jews and the Christians were coming to Prophet Muhammad for judgment? And why do you think Allah asks in this verse, why are they coming to you for judgment when Allah had given them their law, as in the Torah and the Injil? You see, Lily, I have a lot of compassion for my Christian brothers and sisters, okay? I have a lot of compassion for you guys. Why do you think I don't make videos attacking Christianity? To be quite frank with you, because I don't care enough to disprove your religion. You want to live by it, be my guest, knock yourselves out. Stop making videos about Islam when you clearly don't understand what the Quran is saying. I don't want to keep destroying your arguments because it would make you look bad. So how about you stick to explaining to people how 3 equals 1?